Greetings, Earthlings. This is the OOD 11 computer. And if you haven't been following that build, it's a DEC LSI 11 processor with a multifunction card. And the multifunction card, you can look at over here, I hope. It has two UARTs, two serial ports. It has 16K words of RAM, and it has a space for some EEPROMs. And then this is the processor, this is the processor, this is the processor. Okay. So what I've done, I've changed the default configuration of this thing. Set both UARTs to 9600 baud. I've configured the EEPROMs to take 2732s, which is what I have here, 4K by 8 each. So I have 4K words of program memory in EEPROM. And then the RAM, the 16K words of RAM, start at the 8K byte boundary. So this goes from addresses, and DEC uses octal, addresses 0 up to 2000, 20,000, 20000, minus 1, right? The RAM goes from 20000 to 117777, or almost to 12,000. It's more RAM than I'll need, and it'll hopefully be more ROM than I need. So I've got some code programmed into the ROM. It's not complete code yet, but it'll serve to as a good test function here. And then I've configured this. This has a four different startup modes. And I've set it to startup mode 0 by removing both of these jumpers. Startup mode 0 says look in location 24 and pick up the address from there and put that into the PC and then start execution there. So in the EEPROM since the EEPROM starts at 0, my starting address is in there, and we'll see what happens. So, oh, and so what's the point of all this? Haha, of course, right. Okay, that's the OOD 11. This is the stupid computer, okay? And if you haven't been following that build, this is a 12-bit computer with 4K words of RAM, whose only I/O is a single serial port. And this is a televideo personal terminal, okay? So I want to use the personal terminal to talk to the stupid computer, but I also want a way to load programs into the stupid computer other than using the front panel, okay? Because I can toggle in a nice short program, but anything of any significance would take too long. So to that end, going back to the OOD 11, these two boards implement some non-volatile memory, okay? So the idea is that the televideo, the terminal, will talk to the OOD 11, and the OOD 11 has two modes. One is just a pass-through mode, where any character you type here, any character coming in on the one serial port goes out on the other serial port, and any character coming in on that serial port goes out to the other serial port. Straight pass-through mode, so that effectively the terminal is talking directly to the stupid computer. The other mode is a command line interpreter mode, which will allow us to list the programs that are available to load and select one to load, and we put the stupid computer into load mode, and then we'll tell the OOD 11 to load it, and it will send it over the serial port into the stupid computer, and that way we'll be able to load multiple programs. So let's put this back together. And the processor. Oh, and one other thing I didn't mention. This is the cooling tower. The LSI 11 does need does need some airflow to cool it. So I've just got a couple of fans that are running off of the 12 volts, which is otherwise mostly unused on this machine. Okay, and here's the processor, and I'll put the processor in. Okay, and having installed the cards, I can now turn it on, and we should see on the terminal, it'll print out a message indicating that it's alive. Or not. Did I switch that off instead of on? I thought it was. Let's try this. Ha! There we go. OOD 11 front end, rev 0. Okay. And what it is, it's in loopback mode. So anything I type here, will go to the stupid computer. But I haven't turned it on yet. Okay. So I can turn it on. Of course, it has no code in it. So let's write a program. Or let's toggle in a program, just a loopback program. FE1, we're at location 0. FE1 in 0. FE2 in location 1. And 102 in location 2. And that implements a loopback mode. So now, anything I type, when in, okay, I can't type. And this is a particularly horrible keyboard. Human events, blah, blah, blah. It works. So you'll see, okay, when I powered this on, it booted directly. It started up the ROM code directly. The ROM code that I have in there right now is just doing the loopback mode. But that's very simple at the PDP-11 level. And then here in the stupid computer, I have an echo program, which is just 3 instructions, which is also super simple. Okay, so that's basically a sneak peek of what I'm going to be showing at VCF West. This whole setup is going to VCF West in August. And I'll have some fun programs to run on the stupid computer using the OOD as the communications front end, which is kind of what an OOD does, you know? They got the communications orb replacing part of their brain.